All right. Shalom.
Shalom, shalom.
We out here another week. Once again, to prophesy the downfall, the destruction of America that is known in the Bible as Babylon. That's, sort of what we're going to get into, man. You got a couple of prophecies that you read through in Revelation, right? Who is Babylon, man? You got different scholars. Some of them know that America's Babylon. But then you got a lot of them that don't know. You may have Israelites that don't know or don't believe that America is Babylon in the Bible. So it shows you that America is Babylon. We're living in Babylon. We're alive in Babylon. And in the last days, the Lord has directed his prophets to come out here and tell you that this place is Babylon. That this place is spiritual. Egypt, Sodom and Egypt. Okay, that's where we at in these last times. The Lord gave prophecy to the prophets. Okay, the prophets are the mouthpiece of the Lord. The prophets are the messengers, are the angels. That's what messengers goes into angels. Okay, and he sent his messengers out there to give the message to tell you that this place is going to be destroyed by thermonuclear ICBM missiles. The Lord is controlling the kings, right? Everything that's happening and getting ready to happen. That's the Lord making that happen, man. That's prophecy being fulfilled. Okay? And the greatest prophecy of them all is return of the Shah. He's going to invade Babylon and cast down the idols and destroy this place. And he's going to raise up his elect out of it through the chariots, man. Okay? Before we get started, we would like to give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Kakodas,
Barakatah Yahweh,
Barakatah Yahweh Shai,
Barakatah Yahweh Shai,
Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai.
All right, man. So we start with Revelations. No. Start with Jeremiah.
Jeremiah 28:8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence.
All right, see, the Lord, the message of the Lord never changed. You got a lot of false doctrines that's going on out there. You got a lot of people that's they're not teaching prophecy. And Yahweh Shai, the spirit of prophecy, he gave. What did Yahweh Shai do when he came on the scene? He told his apostles, right? He had 12 apostles, and there were many more apostles that were relevant. What did he get? He sat down and taught them prophecy. The things that have come before the things that have happened before his second coming, All right? So he came, more than 2,000 years ago, to which is the last days, if somebody can get that in Hebrews. What is that? Hebrews, the first chapter. The Son of the Most High spoke to us in the last time. Right? What did he teach? He taught prophecy. Okay? He taught that the country, the nation is going to be assembled against nations, kingdom against kingdoms. There's going to be war, famine, pestilence, and, sword. So the message never changed. This is what the prophets taught before. The prophets of old. The major prophets and the minor prophets. They taught war against the other countries, famines, pestilence, okay? And it was erected, it was told to Daniel that what? There was a standing in our light at the end of time, standing in our light, He was going to fall asleep during the time he was Daniel. He was going to come back on the scene and break down these prophecies, these beasts that the Lord gave him. These beasts representing what? Kingdoms. And the Lord gave him what? Visions of what? 4 major empires. Now there were empires in between that, but it was 4 major empires that was going to reign on the planet Earth. Okay? And there was going to be a little horn that comes out of one of those beasts, man. And that horn is talking about America, which when you read Revelation 13, it's that 8th beast. Okay? When you read 2nd Ezra 11, it referred to this, Rome as what? The eagle. And out of the eagle gonna come another king. So hey, you got that? You run that back?
I got Hebrews 1:1.
Yeah, bring it.
Okay. And the topic goes into the Most High's final word in His Son.
Right.
Okay, Hebrews 1:1.
Right.
The Most High, who at sundry times in diverse manners spake in times past unto the fathers by the prophets. By the prophets.
The prophets are the mouthpiece of the Lord. We are the prophets coming back in the reincarnation to give you the truth. Tell you this place is going down. This is Babylon, man. Okay, this again, there were many arguments and discrepancies against whether this place is Babylon or not. Okay, the truth is only going to come through Israel, man. The prophets come through a particular nation, the loins of Jacob. This is why everybody else out there, the Edomite scholars, they don't have the truth. Okay, it's always a battle between them. Ain't no compromising with the Holy Spirit. Ain't no negotiation. Ain't no compromise. It is what it is. Let your yea be yea and your nay be nay, man.
Anything else is what?
Evil becomes evil. So we gotta, So we gotta come out here, man. And by the way, you know, all the camps they out there now. Why? Because the sun is out, the weather's nice, the women are walking around. You know, it's a perfect time for them to get a chance. So, double honor, by the way, it's a lot. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, well, and much love and salvation to the Lord's elect, the men who are laboring in this faith, right, in this household of faith, you know, with all truth and sincerity, man, being diligent, making your body a living sacrifice. They come out and teach the truth, man, that's everything. Shalom to you. All right?
Hebrews 1:2 hath in these times, hath in these last days,
right,
spoken unto us by His Son.
Right, so the last day started when Yahweh came on the scene. We still ain't no time, man. You got people saying, whatever in the Bible days, when you say, we still in the Bible days.
Still in the Bible days. The prophecies have not all come to pass. We're still in the Bible days.
That's right, man. So we say, how you know? Because he's getting ready to make a second appearance. He's getting ready to come back. And there's what? We got the implication of the mark of the beast that's about to happen. You know, the devil's about to come down with great wrath. And then the missile's gonna drop. When the chip hit, man, when the sea hip come to pass, when that chip, when they drop that chip, things are gonna speed up, man. It's gonna be evident that we are the prophets. You're gonna have non-believers out there saying these men were teaching this place, man. We're in Babylon. They about to which is comprised of these systems that you will read about when we're gonna go into Revelation. That's what was prophesied. A beast system would come into the forefront out of those one beast, out of one of those beasts. And guess what? He's gonna call many people to wander after the beast, man. Go after ancient Rome. We're ancient Rome again. This is ancient Rome reincarnated all over again, man. You know, because of the architecture, you look at the structures of the building, you understand the sports arena, all these coliseums that are built. Okay. What was it? What was that? The treaty that was passed when Rome passed the laws down to America through Great Britain. Okay, and I believe it was in 1948. Can you get that for me real quick? I want to just touch on that real quick, showing you that this is Rome all over again. Okay, this is Babylon all over again. And this place, America, comprised of all these different ancient kingdoms. And this place is also likened to what? A great whore that sitteth upon many water, meaning there's going to be a mixed multitude here, man. Okay, this place is going to call many to go after the beast. Many are going to fall because their spirits are in line with this system, man. This system is going to cause many to lose their lives, man. They already lost their spirit. The people in this society is gone. You know, patterning their lives after the ways of what? This beast system. Okay, ancient Rome. They promote all these abominable acts that's against the Heavenly Father. You know, it caused them to go astray. You know, that's why you got, as you see behind us, LA Fitness, which is good. You see the structure of that building. It looks like a ancient Greece or Roman construction. And their whole structure goes back to Petra, man, with the same way in Petra. Showing that this is Esau, man, that's ruling in the last days. Ain't no way around it, man. You got people saying that Israel gonna rule in the last days. The scripture says, 2 Kings 6:9, Esau is the end of the world. And Jacob is the beginning of the father. Right. So the kingdom to come next is Jacob gonna be ruling. The top Jake, which is Howard Shah, is gonna be the head of the kingdom. It's his kingdom, it's his world. You got it?
All right. This is the Treaty of Rome.
That's what the Treaty of Rome, right?
Treaty of Rome is a foundational international agreement signed on March 25th, 1957.
57.
That established the European Economic Community, EEC.
Right. They say the European Economic Community. Yeah. Now these are the countries that is assembled with NATO.
Right.
Okay, that's that beast that we read about in Revelation, the 17th chapter.
There's two parts to it. There's a NATO side, which is the military side, and then there's the Treaty of Rome, which is the EEC, which is the financial business type part. So it says the Treaty of Rome is a foundational international agreement signed on March 25th, 1957, that established the European Economic Community, EEC, by creating a customs union and a common market based on the free movement of goods, services, capital,
a trading system,
and labor. It laid the groundwork for the modern European Union.
Right, the modern European Union. So there's an assemblage that's going on through trade. There's an assemblage going on through also treaties that were made to aid each other in battle. Okay? You got, like we say, NATO and the EU, right? That whole system, get that too. That whole system was created to come back to Soviet Union, showing you that the Lord, that's the purpose. If you look at the whole assembly between the Soviet Union, right, assembling together, and the NATO and the EU assembly, that's prophecy right now. It's showing you that the Lord created the East to go against the West. And in the midst of that, Yahweh Shai is going to come back and fight those military.
You see that right there? That's not happening.
Right.
That's the end of all prophecies. Yahweh Shai and the angels coming back to, give salvation to the elect. That is the end of all things right there.
That's right.
And that has not happened. So we still in the last days.
Yeah, come. The Lord said what? To all be fulfilled. Not one jot or tittle. You know, shall pass on the law till all be fulfilled. So that has to happen, whether you like it or not. Okay? This place is going to get nuked whether you like it or not.
Right.
Okay, because it has to happen in order. All this is happening for the Lord to bring salvation to Israel. So that's prophecy. Right? The prophecy say that what? In the last day, can you get hold that for me, get 30 and 3 and Deuteronomy 4 and 27. That's prophecy. We ain't out here for no reason, man. Wearing garments in the hot sun, teaching you these things for nothing. This is the work of the Lord. This is the Lord assembling his men. He said that he will rear up the third temple, which we are the third temple. The body, of Yahweh Shai, right? These are the men that was with David in ancient times. The house of David, lively stone. The house of David is being assembled. And that has to happen. That's prophecy. Okay? They will be in a bulk of the Lord prophets will be in Babylon to receive salvation. He said what? There in Micah 5, it's in the 5th chapter, that thou shalt go forth to Babylon, and there will I deliver you. Showing you that this place is Babylon in the last days, man. You got scholars, they going against that, man. But really, because the Lord didn't give you the spirit of prophecy. The Lord got to open up your mind, open the doors of your mind and understand, you know, what's really going on. Because the majority of the people, their eyes are closed. You know? Their eyes are closed, man. When you reveal something, you have the advantage. You have that to your advantage. But what the men of the Lord is preparing themselves for what? Knowing what's to happen in the last days. We able to see the end from the beginning. Better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof. Our end, our latter end, if you are in the know, is a great. That's it. It's a greater outcome than, you know, us going through this suffering right now. The glory gonna be better. We know for a fact, without a doubt, you know, we're rooted in this faith to know that we're in Babylon. And the Lord said, what? There I will deliver you. So we understand that the Son of the Most High is getting ready to, he's preparing himself to come back, man. And these nations are going to be taken down in the midst of it. 2/3 of our people who don't want to believe it, they don't want to hearken and fashion their lives after the Holy Scriptures and believe on Yahweh Shah. They're gonna go down with this place, man. They're gonna go down with it, man, because these are the spirits that don't have faith. Faith is a gift, and it's given to his men to believe. You know, you have to have faith to know this, man, to be able to do the work. Like our father Abraham, he did the work. What the Lord told him to do, he did it. What Abel did. You can go all the way back to the beginning of time and trace that the sons of God was always, you know, obedient, you know, and chosen. It's about a chosen people, man. And the very reason that we're here in Babylon is because of the punishment. But he said, there I will deliver thee. There's a remnant. Not all Israelites is going to make it, because there's a 2/3. There's a number called the 2/3, and there's a 1/3. Right? And that's the 1/3 is the 144,000, and the other Israelites that believe, the men and the women, the children. We're going to have women and children right here in Babylon, man. Okay? Got that? That's
Yeah.
wait, let me get this one. Three.
Start at verse 1.
No, go back. The point, I believe the point is at 3. Start at 1. No, I mean, go read the picture. 4 and 27.
Deuteronomy 30 and 1.
When you get a chance, you go to the next. And there we go.
It says, in the future, when you experience all these blessings and curses,
in the future. That's prophecy right there, man. Right now we're in the what? The curse. We're experiencing what it's like to be cursed. And the only person that can remove the curse is Yahweh Shah. He put it on us, and he's going to remove it.
Well, compared to this, when this was written, right? This is the future. This is the future.
This is Moses here speaking.
Right. So we're experiencing what he's talking about right now.
And Moses prophesied against what? Ancient Egypt. Which we're in spiritual Egypt right now. We're in modern Egypt. Doing the same thing Moses did, man.
Right.
It's to come up against Egypt. Who's the Egyptians? The modern day Egyptians is Esau, man. Esau, they're the modern day. Now that's an ancient race of people called Egyptians. But really, they go back to the word Mizraim,
which is the son of Ham.
Yep. Ham is not the chosen people. Ham, that 400-year prophecy that was given to Abraham, that was talking about Egypt. You had T.I. come out and say, we were going to be enslaved folk. He was reading what was said in Genesis, but he would compare. He assembled that prophecy to today's world, right? That's all. That prophecy.
See, our people back in the days, we knew we had to consult with a prophet to understand what the Most High wanted us to do. Right. That was a given thing. Anyone that had some kind of dilemma or trying to figure something out, they went to a prophet. They consulted a prophet.
Right.
Even Abraham went to a prophet when Sarah you know, had it was prophesied that she would have children. You know, she was barren.
The angel came.
You know, so Isaac did the same thing.
Seer.
You know,
That's what they were called. See.
they were called seers. Why? Because they had the vision.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
See,
That Yahweh Shai gave them to see the end from the beginning.
Right.
So that's why they could say what they say about the end from their beginning.
And back then it was very few for you to run into a
Right.
seer. Just like today's world, the prophets are few. There are not many prophets in this society. Because if it was, it would be more brothers on the side, and these streets would be overloaded.
It'd be filled out.
Yeah, but now the prophets are few among the people, and the Lord is going to make His word more precious again, like He did back then.
Right.
People are going to desire right now. The Spirit ain't on these people to desire a seed.
Right.
You know, prophet. Because the world, they are the world. They caught up in it. They still caught up in this American lifestyle, man. This westernized world, which is destroying it. But the Lord is about to make it. He's about to reincarnate that spirit again.
Through fear.
Yeah. Through what? Woo! Through fear. Hey, because judgment. He finna start rolling out those judgments, and people gonna know the Lord is doing that, man. You know, with the type of judgment that He about to bring forth. You know, He about to bring all type of wild judgments, man. And people gonna realize the men that was standing out here. You know, but he's about to, how you gonna do that? He's about to hide in the prophets. He's gonna put the prophets away. He's gonna crash their internet, man. He's gonna put the spirit on Esau and do away with it. Because it's all about the elect and sealed. That's what the whole purpose of the internet flourishing for. Because if you let the Edomite tell you, that's the worst thing they ever did. Was to allow people to have access to any type of information.
That information, particularly,
Right? Yep.
you know, because that information damages their claim that they are the people of Yahweh Shai, and puts them at the forefront of being the wicked, because all their deeds are being dug up. See what I'm saying? So with that, you know, like now the world look at them like, man, you are the devil.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The track record is behind you left the trail. Yeah. But really, that was the Lord.
I have made Esau better.
Yeah.
Like it shows you all of his parts.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that goes into Isaiah 47 too. This man's nakedness is being shown, uncovered.
Right.
Right, because you can it's clear to see. And he's still doing that wickedness, man. Everything he did back then, he's still doing it today. You know, oppressing the people, you know. Look what he's doing with the infrastructure.
Same old devil.
Same old devil. Ain't nothing new under the sun. He's doing the same old thing, man. So the Lord is gonna crash, He's gonna allow him to crash the internet. So His word, because a lot of brothers woke up through the understanding of the truth through the internet. Right. You got brothers waking up all over the world in different countries.
Is that your lighter right
Because the elect is scattered, man. You know, the elect is scattered, and they got to hear this truth to be saved. Because the chariots, they're gonna go in different areas too. Right. They're gonna go in certain parts of the world and deliver the elect. All right, let's roll. You got it.
It says Deuteronomy 30:1 again. In the future, when you experience all these blessings and curses,
right? We're in the curse. You know,
I have listed for you, and when you are living among the nations to which the Lord your power has exiled you,
right?
Take to heart all these instructions.
Excuse me.
If
Sorry
at
to
that
interrupt y'all.
time
Do y'all have a
you
lighter so I can
and
light
your
my
children
cigarette?
return
Thank
to
you.
the Lord your power,
I'm sorry.
and if you obey with all your heart,
right,
and all your soul, all the commands I have given you today, then the Lord your power will restore your fortune. He will have mercy on you,
right,
and gather you back.
And what?
And gather you back from all the nations where He had scattered you.
Well, the great deliverance is going to be right here at what? Babylon. That's where we're scattered currently, man. He said, there, right? He would cause you to come back to Him, and He would deliver us, man. Give me that in the book of Micah 5, you know? So, a book of the Lord prophets, a book of the Lord people inherit Babylon, man. A lot of them, Canada, North America, Central America, and South America. right?
Hey, if you pay attention to you know the parable of the sower and the reaper, right? It said separate the wheat from the tares. Well, how can they separate the wheat from the tares if they're not together? They're together. That's why you got to separate them.
He said let them grow
together. You see what I'm saying? So that means the bulk of them are right here, growing together.
Right. We're in the midst of our enemies. You know. And guess what? Not every Israelite can look like a so-called Negro. They may look like they got.
Right. Right. And see the angels can tell by the spirit.
Yeah.
The mark that Hawa of the exemption. Yeah. That they may look like Edomite, but they may be part of the elect.
Spirit. They see the spirit, man.
Because the Lord judges by the spirit.
That's it.
The name written in their forehead.
Right. The angels on the way high level than the fleshly body.
Right.
So they know those different spirits. They know the elect, man. You know, each brother got a couple. Right here, man, because we just valley over the shadow of death, man. The valley of the shadow of death. Man, we are in the worst kingdom that ever existed. Okay? This is Babylon, man. You know,
Micah 14, right there. Micah 4, verse 10. Be in pain and labor to bring forth, O daughter Zion, like a woman in travail. For now shalt thou go forth out of the city.
right? You see, the ancient city we got cast away. You know? We're like what they call it, the outcast of the earth. Exile, man. You know, we've been removed from that land, Jeremiah 7. You know? And many more scriptures prove that the Lord's anger had teared perpetually against our people. And we were removed from that land because of what? So now we're scattered among these nations. Right? We've been these ancient kingdoms that spoken of in Daniel 7. We were there. You know, ancient Syria, Babylonia, you know, Persia, Greece, Rome. And now we're here in America, man. We've been through many captivities, man. But this is the last time, you know.
And thou shalt dwell in the field.
Right? The field is what? The world. And we're scattered across the world. The field is the world, Matthew 13. Yahushua said the field is the world. And he would have said, curse shall not be in the field. That means wherever the Israelites are scattered, the curses are going to fall on you, man. You're going to be, there's going to, like we was going through that the other day. Every nation you go into, like India, they go, Arabia, India, they got words for the lower class people, which are the Israelites. They got a term used with them, Habib, which means slave. The Israelites are the slave class. In Babylon, we are the slave class. We're that nation that not desired. Hey, just go to work, man. Pick my cotton, man. Make sure my restaurants, make sure my retail stores
dance, make me laugh.
Yeah, make me laugh.
Win me some money.
Yeah. Dribble the ball. Keep dribbling, LeBron. Yeah, that's it. You know, these are how you know these are the characteristics, these are conditions of the Lord people.
You know what's funny about Esau's kingdom, right? When we tell our people that they're the jesters, you know, they're the people that entertain Esau, they think that's a good thing. Like, you know, like we the best at this.
Right.
Yeah, you the best at that because that's what the Lord has brought you to.
Right.
You don't realize that you're supposed to be a king. You're supposed to be ruling.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But instead, you're entertaining the rulers.
Right. The very lifestyle you live in, that's not what the Lord created you to be. That's why the Lord called his people with a degenerate plan. Because in the midst of you dribbling that ball and making that music, listen to the music. Listen to the vibration of the music. It's straight wickedness. That's what Esau planted on you. That's what happened when you got scattered among these nations. You learn wickedness.
What they say, art imitates life, right?
Yeah,
and if you listen to art, because music is an art form, if you listen to the music, it's degenerate as well.
Yeah, you can tell where it's coming from.
Yeah.
Because it's a spirit behind it.
It's a low vibration, bro.
Right. You know, you can go left and royal priesthood.
Yeah.
Down into the degenerate plant.
Yeah. Get that. Matter of fact, what is that? Jeremiah 2. How then that I'll turn into a what? Degenerate plant. Degenerate. You want to get those words, you know. And also get the NLT to see what it's saying there. You know. That's what you become living among these nations. Reprobates. Reprobate silver, man. You know, a degenerate plant. Okay? And the majority of the people, they don't even know who their power is. They don't even know who their God is. All right? They worshiping the so-called white man, JC. You know, they are being lesbos and homos, all kind of, you know, defiled. That was pushed on you by the enemy. That wasn't, hey, you would have got, back then, if you were known to be a mo, you would have got put to death. You got them stones to your head, man. Because the Lord gave us all the statute commandments to govern ourselves, man. We are held by a standard. Hey, we are that people that are held by a standard. Pursuing the what? The fourth chapter. You know, which one? When you're done with that, go back to Deuteronomy.
And thou shalt go even to Babylon.
Right, hey, thou shalt go even to Babylon. Mm-hmm. Read on.
And there shalt thou be delivered.
There shalt thou be delivered. Who? The remnant of Jacob. There's a remnant according to what election say. The Lord said, if he have not preserved a remnant, you know, we would have been Sodom and Gomorrah. All right, that shows you the degeneracy of Jake right now, man. They
see what happened to Sodom and Gomorrah. Where is it now?
You can't even find it.
You
can't find it. They've been destroyed so bad, man. They finding remnants of ashes and to this day. They're not really residue. I'll show you that it existed. Sulfur. Yeah, sulfur, yeah. That's how the Lord gonna do America, man. This place gonna be burnt to a crisp, man. You know, you might have a little ash or sulfur or something to prove that, hey, we've been over here, man. This was the wicked land ever, man. The most wicked place on the earth is right here. This is where every nation is corrupting themselves through what? The internet, them coming over here, merging themselves, committing what? Fornication. This is where they learning how to build America. You know, this is where the Lord's people learning how to be niggas and goons and YNs. That's where they learning it right here. That's why the Lord gonna bring it down. Because according to prophecy, the whole house of Israel got to be saved. How? Through the elect. The remnant of the elect is gonna bring back the rest of the Israelites. That's how they gonna be preserved. But if he didn't save the remnant, man, we'd have been through. Thank the Lord for Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, his son Yahushua, who sacrificed. He had to get up on that cross for us to get the kingdom, you know, for us to get the promise, for us to be regenerated, man.
That term, you know, in husbandry terms, when you got a plant, you know what I'm saying, that you notice like a certain part of the plant is dying. You gotta clip that branch. You know what he say? I am the vine, and ye have all the branches, right? So he had to clip certain branches off to not let the vine die. Which, you know what I'm saying? That's what he did.
Right.
You know? Prune. Right.
You see, there the Lord shall redeem thee from the hand of thy enemy.
You can chime it back out.
Babylon, there shalt thou be delivered. There the Lord shall redeem thee from the hand of thy enemy.
Yeah, that shit on there. Give me the one. Yeah, we're gonna be what? Redeemed, bought back. That's what it means to be redeemed, bought back from what? The hand of our enemy. We've been scattered. You know, the remnant have returned, and the Lord is coming to gather the remnant, so we can go back home, get the hell out of here, man. You know, so we can start executing the laws of the Lord perfectly. We were created to serve the Lord, and there's only one way to do that. Okay? That's what? law and statute commandments, which he gave us as the people. We're going to get that real quick.
Deuteronomy 4 and verse 1. Now therefore hearken, O Israel, unto the statutes and unto the judgment.
That's what makes us holy. The laws and the statutes, right? Those were standards that was given to us to be the light of the world, to have the understanding to know how to govern this world. This earth is being mismanaged right now through the heathens. They were not given the law and statutes to govern the world, and that's clear as day. That's clear as day. You know, because the earth is defiled under the inhabitants thereof. They don't know how to run the earth. You see the abomination of the heathen. They got clams and shit all on their plate. They fucking up the ocean. You know, they're messing up. You know, as far as philosophy. That's why the Lord told Adam, don't eat from the fruit. Don't eat from the tree of what was it? The corrupt tree, man. The trees, but like you just said in the car, right? The trees represent people. I have seen people walking as trees, that we say in the song. I see people as trees. Okay, and the Lord said those trees, don't eat from them. You eat from the tree of life, man. You know? But then, guess what? You know, Adam was provoked by Eve to go eat from those other fruits, no other trees, and the fruit from those trees, which is what? Philosophy. The ways of the other heathens. Now, a perfect example of that was 2 Kings 11. Solomon, okay, his wives did the same thing that happened in the garden, that happened with Solomon, right? Solomon. You know, through the woman, we all died. Through the woman. She the same thing that Eve did to Adam is the same thing what Solomon wife did to Solomon. Which that was Solomon back then. Adam was Solomon. That was Jehovah. Right. So when he came back as Jehovah, he got it right. He didn't even deal with women. Just like most majority of the Lord's men don't even want nothing to do with that woman. Because we understand the fruit that come along with it. So the Lord said, please the Most High, you seek to please the Lord, flee from her. So the same way Adam, you know, sin, through that woman sin came through. But Adam sinned, right? And guess what? Adam's gonna come back and put away sin. He's gonna come away and put away, we say it right, he's gonna come and swallow up death. You know? We're not gonna ever die again on this. And we won't ever go off the That's going to be the end of,
He's going to redeem us.
Yeah, he's going to redeem us. That's going to be the end of sinning, man. You know, through the nation of Israel. You know?
So the last image to be destroyed is death.
That's right.
Started with him, going to end with him.
That's it. Oh, yeah, no, let me get that on the law. Start in 5. That's what this is. Yeah, that's what
Deuteronomy 4, verse 5. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgment.
Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments.
Even as the Lord my power commanded me.
Right. This is a commandment that we must be governed by these laws. This is what keeps us holy. This is what makes us clean. Laws and statutes and commandments, which we could not feel at the time. Even now, we can't fulfill all the laws. That's why our belief in Yahweh Shah, right? You blessed if you got this truth. You're cleansed through the what? The word. Because these bodies can't do it. Sacrificing. He put away with the old sacrifices. That can't do it no more. We need a better covenant. We need a better sacrifice. And that sacrifice is Yahweh Shah. But nevertheless, these laws will give, we still can be judged by the law. We still ought to keep the commandments to the best of our ability. You don't put away the commandments and start eating pork because you said Yahweh Shah died for us. That's wicked. That's totally wicked. The Lord, when he healed the person, the word he told him was what? Sin no more. What is sin? Transgression of the law. You know, and if you break one sin, you break them all. That's how you know the law can't save us. And you got guys out there teaching that we can keep the commandments and be saved. I don't sin no more. That's false. That's a false doctrine. All is under sin. That's what the scriptures say. All is under sin.
All have to come short.
Yeah. God. You got it.
It says that you should do so in the land whether you go to possess it.
Well, when you see that right there, read that part again.
That you should do so in the land whether you go to possess it.
You gotta go, you gotta be in the land to be able to keep the laws perfect. We ain't in the land right now. You know? We ain't in the land right now. You gotta be able to keep, you gotta be able to go home, get out of here. The law, the statutes, and commandments for us to keep in that holy land. But we not in the land, we're in the land of our enemies. The enemies are calling you to go off.
This place is defiled. Blood, the amount of blood that's been spilled here is defiled.
Yeah.
You know the amount of witchcraft that goes on here on a daily basis.
Right.
Pedophiles,
Yeah.
you know, it's defiled.
This place teach you to break the law. You can be whatever you want to be. YOLO, that YOLO spirit. They teach you can be whatever you want to be,
It's
man.
thy will,
Right. And that shows you Esau Edom is not the king. Because under your watch, the earth is getting more and more and more corrupt. That proves you not the king.
When they came to power, evil was multiplied. That's what
Yes,
it said, right?
Maccabees 1 and 1. When you go down to verse, I think like 6 or 7 or something. You know, it say evil is multiplied in the earth. Why? Because the wicked is reigning. They enforce everything that's totally against the Most High. You know, you can marry what you want. You know, all kind of sex. Hey, look at the porn industry. That's corrupt. But what is that, man? You got people all on camera showing the world their bodies. And this is what they promote. They promote sexualism through music, through film, you know. And all of it goes back to idol worshiping, man. Because Esau idolized Jake, man. They go into Jake worshiping, man. You know, that penis worship and shit. That's what these crackers do. These devils say the fight. They women's worship, Mother's Day and all that. You know, certain parts of the body they hold as reverence. They got the ankh. You see the ankh here, which represent a woman's box and a man's rod. Everything that this man, this is it's really it's an American idol. You know, they got a show called American. This is a place of idol worship.
Right.
You know, and the Lord got to destroy it, man.
They produce garments to make you go off.
Yeah.
The garments the women wear.
Yeah.
Like, you're gonna get a man's attention as soon as you walk by.
Yeah. And
You're gonna immediately go on.
And by the way, the garments that we wear is mixed fabric. That's against the Holy Spirit. The fabric that we wear, man, they got animal fat that is absorbed in clothes.
Right.
All of your foods that you don't know about. So ain't no way we can be saved by the law, man. Because we're gonna come up short some kind of way. You know? We're gonna come up short because this man wired it like that. And then go to the Lord and accuse you and say it's your fault.
Right.
You know?
Jesus of thy brethren.
Accuse of thy brethren, man. This place gotta go. You know? Keep on.
It says, verse 6, it says, keep therefore and do them.
Keep therefore and doing.
For this is your wisdom.
This is your who?
Your wisdom.
Your wisdom.
And your understanding.
And your understanding.
In the sight of the nation.
In the sight of the nation. The laws and statutes commandments. That's how the whole nations is supposed to see Israel be like, what? What they gonna say? That's it.
Understand of it.
Yep, get that part of it. You should be right up on it.
Verse 7. It says, for what nation is there so great?
Right, the Israelites. Why? Because we were given the covenants. We were given the laws and statute commandments. The Lord made an agreement with us, an oath with us, our fathers.
Right.
Okay? Read on.
It says, who has the most high so nigh unto them?
Right, nigh means near. No other nation got the most high close to them as Jacob, man.
Right.
Because the Lord started with our father. He was close to them.
Right.
He was by their side, man.
The Lord is more intimate with Israel than any other nation. He ain't gonna have no dealings with any nation.
That's it.
Besides Israel.
That's it.
Hey, if you go back and read that, it says, what nation, okay, what nation, read that.
That's what he on.
It says, for what nation is there so great? Who has the most high so nigh unto them?
So the Lord deals with nations. And the only nation he dealing with right now is Israel.
That's it.
You see? It don't say nations with an S. It says nation. One nation. And that's the Israelites, man. So you can't include Edomite, can't
No.
include Moabite, Amite, Elamite. None of those nations are included.
Right. Well, what about the new covenant? If they were the Lord was included these other nations, they would be mentioned in the new covenant. Because the Lord said Judah and Israel was mentioned.
Right, you know, when you look at it right
And
now,
that's still one nation.
Yep.
you know, the nation's already mixed with us right now.
Yeah.
And then it dirty up everything.
Yeah.
So the Lord coming back to fix that, to make us separate.
Separate,
Yeah.
man. The Lord is about division. You know what I'm saying?
Coming out the
He,
city.
he came to divide, okay, and separate for himself. You know what I'm saying? That's what he wants. Give me mine and let mine thrive with me.
Hey,
He ain't all about all together.
right.
Nah. Give me mine because they're with me. And I'm separate, so they can't be with nobody else. He's a choosy lover, man.
Yep.
That's right. That's right. He said Jacob is his heritage.
I was gonna say that Jacob is the light of my inheritance. You know, the rest is on the nation of the Most High chosen. You know, you mentioned this. I'm gonna bring it out real quick. This is Psalms 147 and verse 19. He showeth his word unto Jacob,
That's right.
his statutes and his judgments to Israel.
Mm-hmm.
He have not dealt so with any nation. And as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord.
Praise ye
Praise ye Yahweh Shem Yahshua, Barakatah Yahweh Shem Yahshua. Through our fathers, man, that we received this great inheritance, this great kingdom. And the nations are going to be our inheritance as well, man. Okay? The nation is going to be our heritage. Now keep going on Deuteronomy chapter 4.
And the Lord, our power is in all things that we call upon him for. Verse 8 is saying, and what nation is there so great that has statutes and judgment so righteous
There it is.
as all this law,
Right?
Which
Statute
I-
and judgment so righteous is all this law. Read on.
which I set before you this
Which I
day.
set before you, not everybody. He was talking to Israel.
Right.
Okay? So hey, you know, this is an our thing, man. This ain't got nothing to do with them, man. They're gonna be destroyed. The other nations are gonna go into captivity. But what's gotta happen first? You gotta come out of her, man. You gotta be this place gotta be destroyed. In Jeremiah 2, yeah. Because we were harping on, you know, how Jake became a degenerate plant. Jake is being, you know, learning the ways of wickedness over here, man. And they got to be put out. They're too far gone. That's why the Lord had to bring a remnant. He had to set a remnant for salvation. Because the 2/3, they're like dross. They're like, you know, the less, I don't even know how to word it.
Full of impurity.
Yeah, come.
You know, you got metals. Okay, when you dig up metals from the ground and you harvest them, you really got to clean them off.
Yeah.
You can't have like dirt and other worthless metals that's mixed in with it. You got to separate them. And that's what Yahweh Shem Yahshua is doing to his men right now. Separating the dross off of them, the filth, the gum, the dirt off of them. You know, making them that new object, that pure gold, that pure silver. You know what I mean? So they can be used for his glory.
That's it.
You know, the scriptures talk about vessels. You know what I'm saying?
For honor,
for honor, and for dishonor. You know, the vessels for honor is going into the elect, man. The vessels for dishonor is the 2/3. You know what I'm saying? And he don't want them. You know what I'm saying? That's why they don't have the spirit that the elect has right now to receive the grafted word to actually change them.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
They don't
That's
have. They don't get it.
They can't perceive it.
Right.
You know.
That's like dunking a nigga in water, just like they do in church. Dunking a nigga in water, he come up, he's still the same dirty ass motherfucker.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You go right back and doing the same thing. He don't change. He don't change at all.
Right.
He ain't even sorrowful about it.
Right. They're gonna show you that water baptism.
Going on.
Yeah. That ain't you ain't doing nothing with shoving water. You know, that was symbolism. The Lord said, "What you're clean, you're washed with the word. You're clean with the word." plants through the word, man. The word is what purifies you, man.
Right.
You know? Yeah, bring it up.
Jeremiah 2:21. Okay, I'm reading the NLT. It says, but I was the one who planted you.
Ooh, I was the one who planted you. Not everybody.
Right.
You planted Jacob, Israel, man.
Choosing a vine of the purest stock.
Right. And the vine, and you go into Isaiah chapter 5 and speak about Israel being that vine. Okay? And hey, man, matter of fact, get that real quick. Hold that again, Isaiah. Let's get it. Isaiah spoke of that vineyard, man. That the Lord planted. Chapter 5. Start at the top. Hold that real quick.
Isaiah 5:1.
Mm-hmm.
Now will I sing to my well-beloved
Yes.
son,
Yeah.
my beloved church, his vineyard.
Right now, the beloved is Yahweh Shai. The beloved is Yahweh Shai, right? Read on.
My well-beloved hath a vineyard and a very fruitful hill.
Right? Very fruitful hill. Read on.
And he fenced it,
Right.
gathered out the stones thereof,
Uh-huh.
and planted it with the choicest vine,
That's right. Read on.
and built a tower in the midst of it,
Uh-huh.
and also made a winepress therein. And he looked that it should bring forth grapes,
Right?
and it brought forth
Wild
grapes.
That's these.
Degenerate.
Yeah. Yeah, come on. Read on.
It say, and now, O inhabitants of Jerusalem, and men of Judah, judge, I pray you, between
Hold on. The inhabitants of who?
Judah.
Right? Read on.
Judge, I pray